Thank you very much, Mr. Driscoll. And before I begin my questions, there are a few routine questions which we ask all civilian nominees that appear before this committee. So if you would answer these questions, have you adhered to applicable laws and regulations governing conflicts of interest?
Yes.
Have you assumed any duties or taken any actions that would appear to presume the outcome of the confirmation process?
No.
Exercising our legislative and oversight responsibilities makes it important that this committee, its subcommittees, and other appropriate committees of Congress receive testimony, briefings, reports, records, and other information from the executive branch on a timely basis. Do you agree, if confirmed, to appear and testify before this committee when requested?
Yes.
Do you agree to provide records, documents, and electronic communications in a timely manner when requested by this committee, its subcommittees, or other appropriate committees of Congress, and to consult with the requester regarding the basis for any good faith delay or denial in providing such records?
Yes.
Will you ensure that your staff complies with deadlines established by this committee for the production of reports, records, and other information, including timely responding to hearing questions for the record?
Yes.
Will you cooperate in providing witnesses and briefers in response to congressional requests?
Yes.
And will those witnesses and briefers be protected from reprisal for their testimony or briefings?
Yes.
Thank you very, very much. Let me begin then my line of questioning by getting back to something I mentioned in my opening statement, and that's junior ROTC. This committee is serious about building junior ROTC. It is a matter of scholarly study that junior ROTC, whether Army or the other branches, is a citizenship builder. Students who volunteer for junior ROTC, and they only take volunteers, they have better attendance records, they have higher graduation records, they attend post-secondary education at a higher rate, and in general, they're better students, and this is without question based on peer-reviewed studies. We've increased the minimum number of junior ROTC units by 200 in our legislation, yet there are today only 15 more units across the DOD than there were 2 years ago. Now, as chairman of this committee, and I think I speak for the committee, we intend for the statute to be followed. And this is not a ceiling that we've created, it's a floor. And we intend for the Department of Defense and the Department of the Army to follow the statute as passed by the House and Senate and signed by the President of the United States. And so it troubles me that, that only 15 units across the country have actually been opened in spite of our statute. Meanwhile, there are 300 schools around the country that are on a waiting list. If you ask a principal, any principal in any state of the union, would they like a junior ROTC? They say yes. If you ask the school board or the superintendent, they say we would love to have a junior ROTC. This is a winner. The data are clear, and a RAND Corporation study supports this. So, Mr. Driscoll, if confirmed, how would you plan to improve the situation that I've described and to reduce the Army junior ROTC waiting list?
Senator, I appreciate the question, and thank you for taking the time in your office to dive into this with me. This is actually a personal issue. My nephew, who's now stationed in Korea, did JROTC in Lexington, Virginia. It was one of the most powerful experiences in his life, and I think that this is a topic that requires focus from the top, And I commit, if confirmed, to looking at this, working with the team, because these are the kind of lineages and relationships and chains that we can build into communities that can get us not just one future soldier, but get us generations of soldiers. And so I would love to work with your office if confirmed.
And even those who don't go into military service are better citizens. So I appreciate that. So how are we going to tackle the overall issue of Army recruiting?
I think we have an incredible opportunity this year, Senator. It's the 250th anniversary of the Army. The Army has an incredible history that can be told of the men and women that have served and the amazing deeds they've done both in and out of uniform. This year, we can take that momentum and build a backlog and a pipeline of soldiers that can hopefully fill up for the next couple of years. The Army has been actually taking some reasonably good steps, it seems, from the outside. The Future Soldier course out of Fort Jackson that has been helping with ASVAB prep and a lot of the physical fitness prep seems to be working. If confirmed, I would want to look and see if that can be scaled even further. There are a lot of technology tools that have been integrated into the recruiting process. Some of them have had great benefits. Some of them, like digitizing young people's medical records, have had unintended consequences, where now we're starting to find all sorts of things we wouldn't have been able to see before. I think we need to take a deep dive on what are those unintended consequences to some of the things we're doing, and try to create pathways and mechanisms for more waivers or whatever it is to continue to strengthen the Army's recruiting pipeline.
I agree with that. Thank you very much. Senator Reed, you are recognized.
Thank you very much.